Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Eric Gomez, the president of Golden Boy Promotions.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, first of all, for all of you coming out and supporting this event. We're very excited to be back in Texas, to be here in the Dallas area. You know, it's important to continue to build a market here in Texas. I mean, it's always been a great market for championship boxing, and you know, it's always treated us at Golden Boy well, and we hope that you guys are going to enjoy Saturday's event. Top level fights, world championship caliber fighters, and it's going to be a great event on Dazn, brought to you by Dazn. I want to give special thanks to Lester Bedford, who partnered up with us in this event, for being instrumental, helping us find the venue, the right venue, and for helping us bring Virgil back to his hometown. So this is an important event for Virgil, obviously, being back in his hometown. I want to thank the city of Grand Prairie for all the support they've given us in this event, and for them to open up the market like they have so that we can be able to bring championship boxing in this area of Dallas, which is an important area of Dallas, and I'm sure that, you know, all the home fans here are going to come out and support and watch some great fights. Together with Dazn, we're committed to bringing these events, some of the marquee fighters in boxing, without the price of a pay-per-view, and it's going to be exclusive on Dazn. If the fans want to come out in person, there's still tickets available. They're going fast. I'm expecting a sellout on Saturday. I think that we're going to sell out. I mean, we're very, very close. There's a few tickets left. Tickets are priced at the top level ticket is $125, and they go all the way down to $30. You can still purchase tickets at goldenboytickets.com, axs.com, or you can come here to the theater at Grand Prairie at the box office. You can get tickets, or you can call 1-800-929-7849. Lastly, I want to thank our sponsors that are very instrumental in helping us put these shows together. Tecate Beer, the official beer of boxing, and Hennessy, never stop, never settle. Obviously, this is a very, very nice arena. It's great for boxing. I think that the fans and a lot of you guys here today from the media are going to enjoy the setting. It's an intimate setting. You're going to be right in front of the action. And they've treated us well here at the theater. I mean, everybody that's been involved with us doing this event, they've treated us well. I think that this is the beginning of a long relationship. I don't see why we won't come back here. I think that everybody's loved the venue, and I think the fans are going to enjoy it on Saturday. So I want to bring up a special person that was instrumental in making this happen, Amy Simon. She's a special events manager here at the theater. Amy?
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I wanted to thank our friends at Golden Boy and at Dazn again for bringing this event here. As he mentioned, it's going to be an incredible fight. The question I've gotten most is how we're going to set it up. And without saying too much or going into too much detail, I think the energy is going to be unreal. It's going to be a very special experience for the fans and the fighters. And as he mentioned, there are still tickets available, so don't sleep on this one, and we'll see y'all on Saturday.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to start introducing some of the fighters up here. I'll have them come up and say a few words. Again, for us at Golden Boy, you know, a lot of these fighters we've been promoting for the last couple of years. We've been bringing them up. They've been developing. And on this Saturday, they're going to be tested. They're going to be in some real fights. So it's going to be very, very exciting for us. They've reached that point of maturity where they're going to be challenged now and put on a great show. And, you know, some of these fighters actually are knocking on the door to get to that next level, either a world championship fight, a title eliminator. So it's very, very exciting time for them, for us as a company to see them graduate to that next level, and ultimately the fans are going to enjoy it. So I'll start bringing them up to say a few words. The first fighter I want to bring up to say a few words is George Rincon. He's from Dallas, Texas. He's 7-0 with 4 knockouts. He'll be returning against Enrique Escobar in a 6-round super lightweight battle. George Rincon, if you can come up and say a few words, please.
First off, I want to thank Golden Boy, Dazn for this opportunity, to be on a stacked card with all these great fighters that I grew up with in the amateurs. It's a great blessing to be here fighting on the same card. Virgil being the main event and a great fight. All these guys, and of course my brother, fighting with him on the same card is always a great experience, and we always pushing each other to be greater every time. I want to thank my manager, Lamont Roach Sr., always making sure we're ready for every fight. Irving Powell, this is hometown for us as well, so we're glad to be back home. I want to also thank Coach Robert and of course my dad for getting me to this point where we are right now, and just excited to perform on Saturday night, and hope to see you guys there. Thank you.
George is accompanied by his brother Alex Rincon. That's also fighting on the card. He's got a great record as well, 6-0 with 5 knockouts. He's a hard-hitting southpaw. He's also from here, from Dallas, Texas. He'll be fighting Joel Guevara in a 6-round welterweight bout. So I want to bring up Alex to say a few words. Alex?
Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to give a big thank you to Golden Boy and Dazn for having us here today. Thanks to everyone here that came out to show support to all the fighters here. It's going to be a great show for all the fighters here on the card. Again, just like my brother said, I'm going to reiterate a few things that he said. We grew up with a lot of these amateurs, seeing each other in the tournament, seeing each other on the bout list, but it's going to be even a greater feeling being in the locker room, warming up next to each other and seeing each other rack up those wins. But it feels great to be home. It feels great to see the family and friends, familiar faces out here, the media. But a great show is going to be put on Saturday night. I want to give a big shout out to my manager, Lamont Roach Sr., to Team No Excuse out in D.C., to Irving Powell. Like George said, it's home, and I just want y'all to know, get your earplugs ready, because the Team Rincon brothers are going to bring a lot of noise on Saturday. So I also want to glorify God in everything that I do. So blessings to everybody here, and again, glorify God in everything. Thank you.
For those of you who haven't seen the Rincon brothers fight, you want to make sure you get here early. These guys are very exciting fighters, very exciting, and they always put on a great show. From those two exciting fighters to one of the top prospects at Golden Boy, and very exciting fighter as well, one of the top exciting fighters in the world of boxing. I want to bring up Travel Mazian, hard-hitting, 14-0, 12 knockouts. I love watching Travel fight. He always puts on a show. He's a showman, but he brings it. He brings the power. He brings a big punch, and he can knock you out with any hand. He's going to be fighting Jeremy Ramos in a super welterweight clash, and I'll bring him up to say a few words. Travel.
First and foremost, thank you guys, Golden Boy, for inviting us out here to fight home in Texas. Second of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity to fight in front of my home state, Texas. I'm originally from Austin, Texas, so it feels pretty good to actually be here and to actually be fighting in front of my actually old fight friends from amateurs. Alex and Alex, George, Hector. We all was in the same locker room, getting ready for the fights together. It felt really awesome. I just want to say thank you guys for the fans for coming out and supporting Golden Boy and the Dallas fighters and Virgil. And secondly, I want to thank my sponsor, Cherish, my team, Team Mazon. And I want to take this moment to dedicate this fight to the victims of El Paso and Daytona. It was epic to hear about that, and I definitely want to dedicate my fight to that. Thank you.
I always tell a lot of the media and the fans, whenever they ask me about Travel, they ask me about him. How does he fight? What do you think? And I tell everybody the same thing. Don't blink. Travel puts on a show. He's exciting. From Travel to the next fighter, this is one of the top prospects. Not really a prospect. He's actually a contender now. knocking on the door for a world title. Very exciting fighter out of Argentina. Great record, 35-2, 20 knockouts. He's been on a win streak. He's been winning some pretty good fights leading up to this fight on Saturday. And I'll have him come up to say a few words. Marcelino Nino Lopez. Marcelino.
Hi. Me no speak in English, excuse me. Thank you so much on the people. En particular, contento de poder presenciar este evento, desearle un buen combate a Vergio, que lo tuve de compañero y una excelente persona, y no descubro nada si digo que va a ser campeón del mundo. En particular, me gusta hablar arriba del ring, estoy preparado para lo que vine, así que todo lo que diga puede pasar desapercibido si no lo cumplo el día sábado. Muchísimas gracias, saludo a mi tierra Argentina, a mi pueblo y a toda mi familia.
Thank you. He said thank you for the support. No, I'll translate. I'll try to remember everything he said. He said he's very excited for being here. Great opportunity to be on this card, to be fighting alongside one of his stablemates, ex-stablemates, and Virgil Ortiz. He wishes him luck. He said he's here to put on a good show. He's proud to represent Argentina and proud to be fighting here in Texas for his show. So thank you guys for coming out and supporting him. Did I miss anything? I think that was everything. Okay. Okay, that brings us to a fighter that you know, I'm very happy and excited to introduce to you. He's going to be making his pro debut on Saturday night. We just signed him. He was a top amateur, a very young kid. He's from this area, and he's got a lot of high hopes, not only from us at Golden Boy, but a lot of his fans, a lot of his coaches. And he's making his pro debut on Saturday. It's always a special moment when a fighter makes his pro debut, and it's going to be the beginning of his story, the beginning of his history. And we're here to support him. I'm very excited. I think I've told a lot of the people that have asked me about Tristan, I've said that, you know, he reminds me of a young Muhammad Ali. I mean, this kid really does fight like that. You know, he lets his hands go. He's got speed. He's got power. And I'm very, very happy and excited for him. And I want to welcome him to you guys. And from all of us at Golden Boy, we're very excited for you. And we're in your corner on Saturday night. So Tristan Calcruth, come up and say a few words. Tristan. You raise it up? Yeah. Let me see. Let's see here. Can I? No, I don't think so. But you know what you can do is just take it.
All right. First of all, I want to thank Golden Boy, my family, my team, Lester Bedford, Ronnie Shields, Elite Sports. You know, without the environment I grew up with my family, I would have been going in a different direction where I am today. And we finished training camp with a bang. You know, we've been preparing for this fight with Ronnie. We've been working on staying tighter, working my jab more, looking to step back and counter. And it's crazy because me and Virgil, we came from the same high school. So it's awesome. You know, I used to watch Virgil when he was an amateur, you know, TKOing people and knocking people out in Golden Gloves. You know, I looked up to him at one point, and it's just awesome seeing where he is today, and for me being able to fight on the undercard as my pro debut. And another thing, I have to give all glory to God, because without God, without God's will, I want to be where I'm at today. So thank you.
Yeah, he is a little tall. He's skinny right now, but once he starts getting some muscle in him, I mean, watch out. This kid's a very good fighter. Very, very good fighter. Okay, so that brings us now to the televised portion of Saturday night's event. As you can see, we introduced a bunch of kids from Texas, but this next kid is one of the first kids we signed out of Texas. I followed him throughout his amateur career. He was a top amateur, and you know, puts on very, very good fights. He's fought some very tough fights already. Saturday won't be a difference. He's undefeated right now, 17-0. He's from San Antonio, Texas. He's going to be fighting Ezequiel Aviles on Saturday. I want to bring him up to say a few words. Hector El Finito Tanajara Jr.
I would like to thank Golden Boy and Dazn for the opportunity, everyone for coming out, my team for getting me ready, my dad for starting everything. Without him, I wouldn't be here. My team, Chepe and Pita, for getting me ready, Robert, my manager and trainer. Without them, I wouldn't be at this point where I am. I'm just ready for Saturday and ready to put on a great show. Thank you.
From all the young kids that we represent and signed out of Texas, Hector was one of the first ones, and he kind of like led the way for all these kids from Texas to join Golden Boy, and it's been a thrill to see him advance in his career, and he's ready. He's ready for a big fight, and after Saturday's fight, I think that he can contend with some of the top-rated fighters in the world. So keep an eye on Hector here. This next fight, the second fight, it's not too often that as promoters or even boxing fans and media, you get to see a trilogy. If guys fight each other 3 times, you know that the first 2 fights were great fights. And that's what we have here in this fight. You have 2 kids that match up so well that we're doing the 3rd fight between them on Saturday. The first 2 fights were very, very close. The first one was a draw, I believe. The second one was a split decision win. And these guys really have the true heart of a champion, and that's the reason why they decided, let's do the 3rd one. Let's get it on. Let's give the fans what they want. I mean, that's how exciting these fights have been. Oscar Negrete has been with Golden Boy for a while. He felt that he came up just a little short in the second fight. Many people thought he won. It was a close fight, could have gone either way, but he demanded the 3rd fight and said, I want to fight him again. I want to prove that I can beat him, and that's the reason why we put on this fight. So I want to have him come up and say a few words. Oscar Negrete. Oscar?
Bueno, primero que todo, muy buenas tardes a todos. Quiero darle las gracias a Dios, a Golden Boy, por permitirme hacer lo que me gusta.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I want to thank God, first of all. I want to thank Golden Boy for getting me this opportunity again.
Como todos pudieron ver, han sido 2 emocionantes peleas, las cuales yo he ganado. Todo el mundo ha visto. Diferente a lo que vieron algunos jueces, pero aquí estamos una vez más para probar que el verdadero campeón soy yo.
And what can I say? These 2 fights were very, very good fights, emotional fights, where I felt that I won. Most people have told me that I won, and I'm here again to prove that I won and I'm the true champion.
Este sábado van a ver una vez más que vengo muy bien preparado, vengo más preparado que las 2 veces anteriores. Y espero que Franco esté preparado y que esta vez venga a pelear, no a correr como la última vez.
And this time I'm prepared like never before, even better than the first 2 fights. And I hope that Franco is prepared. And I hope that this time he comes to fight, not to run.
Muchas gracias a todos y nos vemos el sábado.
Thank you to everybody. I'll see you guys on Saturday. It's going to be a good fight, guys. Trust me on that. What can I say about Joshua Franco? One of our top prospects as well. He's the current NABF and WBA international bantamweight champion. Put 2 terrific fights against Oscar Negrete. 2 very, very close fights. Again, a lot of fans were split. They could have gone either way. The last fight, he pulled off a victory. It was a split decision victory. He deserves all the credit in the world for getting in and fighting a tough guy like that. He's fighting pretty much at home now. He is from San Antonio. He's coming out here now to fight. So for him, it's a little bit of a hometown fight, which is great. But you know what? Very exciting fighter. Very exciting fighter. I love watching him fight. And he's going to do his thing on Saturday and prove that he truly is the victor in the first 2 fights. So I want to bring him up to say a few words. Joshua Franco.
how everybody doing? Thank you for everybody coming out. I want to thank Golden Boy, thank God, and hope everybody makes it out to see a good card, good explosive card, and see me get another victory. I think I won the first one, I won the second one, and this time's gonna be even worse for him. Thank you.
No need to translate that. You guys heard that for yourselves. But don't miss it. I mean, you guys want to see these guys get at it. You know, they might be small in stature, but they have a heart of a lion and all the desire in the world to win. Okay, so that brings us now to our main event. A fight that, you know, for us, that Golden Boy, you know, it's hard sometimes when you have two guys from the same promotional company, you have them fight each other. But, you know, that's boxing, guys. It's not like any other sport. Sometimes you have to fight guys that are with the same promoter. Sometimes you have to fight guys that, you know, fight guys that are from the same gym. That's boxing. It's an individual sport. And in order to do this fight, it was mixed emotions for our matchmaker, Roberto Diaz, Oscar, myself. But, you know, both guys wanted it. Both guys want to prove that they belong. You have a top contender in Antonio Orozco, who just fought for the world title, lost in a very close fight against the champion Ramirez. And then you have the young, up-and-coming prospect that wants to be a contender and knows that he has to beat guys like this in order to be considered for a world championship fight. It has all the makings of a dramatic fight, an emotional fight, and what better place than here in Grand Prairie, which is, you know, Virgil's hometown. And Antonio Orozco, look, he said, look, I don't care where the fight is, I'll fight anybody, any place. And he's proving it because, you know what, he does have the heart of a champion. He has the heart of a lion, and he wants to win this more than anything. He's got an incredible record, 28-1, 17 big knockouts. He's relentless. I'll have him say a few words, Antonio Orozco.
Primero que todo, buenas tardes a todos, me parece. Y antes de comenzar, quiero dar las gracias a Dios, ¿verdad? Y a Golden Boy, a Dazn, por darme esta oportunidad de estar aquí frente a ustedes, Texas, darles una gran noche de boxeo. Y pues buscando una victoria, ¿verdad? Para que mi carrera siga adelante y tener otra oportunidad a un título mundial. First and foremost, I want to thank God and, you know, for giving me the opportunity to be here once again. Texas, for being here. Texas is a big state. I know you guys are going to come in strong, probably come in like that heat that's outside. And, I mean, I just want to welcome everybody, you know, Saturday night for a great night of boxing. We know the tremendous fighter that Virgil Ortiz is. Everyone knows my style of fighting. And it's just a fight that you don't want to miss. You know, this is a great opportunity, not just for myself, but for him. I mean, putting us both at a world title shot once again. So definitely a big fight for myself, and looking for that victory Saturday night. Thank you.
Thank you. They don't call Antonio relentless for nothing. He keeps coming and throws punches and bunches, so this is going to make for a very exciting main event. What can I say about Virgil? It's a coming out party in his hometown. You know, since day one that we started working with Virgil, his dad told me, Eric, Virgil is on a mission. Ever since he started as a little kid boxing, he's on a mission. I don't think you understand what you have on your hands here. This kid has dedicated his entire life, sacrificed everything for boxing. And that's all he thinks about. He eats, drinks, sleeps boxing. He's on a mission. He wants to be a world champion. He wants to be the youngest world champion. He wants to take over the world, and he'll fight anybody. And he's proved it every single fight. We've put some really tough tests in front of him, and he's passed every test with flying colors. This is the toughest fight of his career. This is the toughest fight. But he knows it. He knows that he's been in the gym with other world champions. He's sparred with some of the top fighters in the world. And he's excelled in the gym. But now there's no more training. There's no more sparring in the gym. Now this is a fight. This is a real fight. And it's kind of like sink or swim for him. He understands how important this fight is. He's in great shape. He's trained like never before. We're very, very happy for him that it's a homecoming. But he's going to have his hands full on Saturday. And you know, either he's going to elevate his game to another level that proves that he belongs amongst the top fighters in the world, or it's back to the drawing board because he has a hungry guy in Antonio Orozco that's going to come and take it all away. So that's how dramatic this fight's going to be in the main event. We're very, very excited about it. He's your very own, hopefully future world champion if he gets past Saturday. And I'll have him say it in his few words. Virgil Ortiz Jr. Virgil.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I just want to thank some of my sponsors, Mike's Trucking and Good Day Cafe and the rest of Grand Prairie. Oh, and I want to thank Golden Boy and specifically Eric Gomez. You know, he was literally one of the, you know what, not even one of, he was the first guy to discover me when I was an amateur. You know, he gave me this opportunity, and I'm just really grateful for it. I mean, what can I say? You know, I've had a ton of interviews. We had a press conference before. I think everything that's said is pretty much said already. You know, I'm not here to mess around. Golden Boy's giving me some hard fights, and like Eric said, I've passed them with flying colors. You know, even though I'm colorblind, it's whatever. Antonio Orozco is a very tough opponent. You know, I'm not taking him lightly at all. He deserves all the respect in the world, especially in that ring. We both come prepared for this fight. Like Eric said, it's sink or swim. Good thing I'm a good swimmer. Not literally, though. I kind of suck at swimming, you know, literally, but I'm talking figuratively here. And you know what? I'm just looking forward to seeing those familiar faces in the audience, and, you know, best of luck to Antonio Orozco. You know, this isn't personal. You know, it's just a sport. We're here to support our families. And, I mean, other than that, I just want to thank everyone out here for coming out, and God bless.
Okay, great. So that concludes the press conference. Again, look, there's still tickets available. They're going very, very fast. We're expecting a sellout on Saturday night. Don't miss it. If you can't come in person, make sure you watch it on Dazn on Saturday. Don't miss this card. It's going to be a homecoming for a lot of these Texas fighters. It's going to be a big party, a big Texas barbecue party, right? Okay, so thank you. We're going to pose the fighters now for pictures, and we'll open it up for questions after. Gabriel? Okay, we'll pose them, and then we'll open up for questions and interviews, whoever wants to do interviews. Thank you.